All right, I think we're live. I hit a countdown, and then I hit go live, and I don't think I went live. But if I am live, please let me know in the comments below that you're hearing me. A good friend is going to be joining me here in just a little bit. I don't even know if I'm actually on right now. I think I am, but yeah. So, Coleman, you got to give JP a break, my man. I think he would be very proud of you tonight. Now, unfortunately, JP is not going to be joining me. JP is at work and unable to join. But as I said, I'm going to have a guest joining us here in just a few minutes. I guess it would be helpful if I went ahead and sent him the link. I apologize if you happen to hear a washing machine going in the background. I thought my laundry would be done by now, but apparently it's not. And forgive the crappy background. I swear in the next Sunday or two, that'll be all fixed up. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, I'm Justin, part of a duo that calls ourselves the Podcasting Dead. And we basically just talk about everything Walking Dead. And tonight we're talking about Fear the Walking Dead, Season 6, Episode 9. I think I got that right. I'm not going to lie, out the gate, I thought this was better. I like this episode better than I liked last week's, which this episode didn't kill my favorite character, so that's probably a given. I also owe the writers of AMC a little bit of an apology because from what I've read throughout the week, Garrett Dillahunt wanted to be written off the show. I do still think the writers chose a crappy motive for him to be killed by Dakota, but with that said, it's kind of like the Nick situation. Like when a big character wants to be written off, I mean, what can you do? And according to Garrett, what I've read, it seemed like Garrett and them had been working on this for a while. And I think Garrett even actually had a hand in the way that it went. So I don't like the way it went. I watched last week's episode before this episode and got pissed off all over again. But alas, it is what it is. But as we get into it, I thought this episode was much, much better than last week's. I talked to a very good friend earlier who said that they weren't as fond of it. And while I definitely don't think this is winning any awards, I didn't think it was that bad. After the end of last week's, anything though, I do believe would be better. But, JP should kind of sort of be proud of Strand, right? Like Strand started to redeem himself, but then was a complete douchebag when he just completely disregarded his people. Like, I don't know. Strand is so up and down, man. I mean, like, I get it. He's all about himself at times, but I thought he had kind of grown a little. But, Strand started off in a redeeming note, but then, Ashley O'Neil says, Strand not giving a shit about Grace and Daniel was kind of effed up. Yeah, I completely agree. So like I said, started off, but Coleman Domingo, I should get an award for best heel turn. Well, you did, but then you just got bloodlust and said to hell with your people whose lives were in danger. And what's up with Sherry, man? Sherry is kind of like Dwight. The whole Dwight Sherry thing has been very confusing. I mean, is this like a one-sided love or something? And only Dr. Pepper in the cup tonight because I have to work tomorrow. But let's see. Donkeysaurus Rex says June should have been pointing that gun at herself. John wouldn't have been in the state he was in if she. Yeah, very good point. I mean, I don't think anybody should point a gun at themselves, but I mean, I do think that she definitely swayed him in his downward spiral. David O'Donnell, I disagree. This was my favorite episode so far. Everything has blown wide open. Now, David, I don't think it's the best episode of Fear, but of course we each have our own opinions and I respect yours. However, I thought it was a good episode. I'm not saying I didn't like it or it was bad. I'm just saying it was not my favorite. And Dragos asking the question that I was thinking at the end of this episode: where does it go from here? I mean, it looks like another zombie horde getting ready to come through or something. But either way, anybody else get kind of like a I felt like we'd been there before, right? The whole Morgan saying like, if we kill her, we're only as good as her. We're gonna let her live and have to deal with what she's done. Like Rick Negan, I felt like we'd been there before. Only, Jenny got popped in the head. As Negan actually got to live. I really thought for a minute, I was like, if they keep her alive and they try to do a redemption arc with her in the same way they did with Negan, dear God. But alas, that wasn't the case. I knew as soon as June walked in there, I'm like, oh yeah, Jenny's dead. I just did. When she said I'm gonna change her dressing, I thought she was gonna like poison her or something, but I didn't realize she was gonna shoot her in the head. And now joining me, longtime listener and good friend of the podcast, the one and only Mr. Seth Scott, aka the Appalachian American. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm fantastic. I'm better. Being tonight's episode was better than last week's.
Nice. Yeah. This whole Negan part 2 is something different. Did you catch similarities lined up in a row? Had a change of heart at the end. Want to put him in jail.
Yep. I was just saying as you were coming in that I felt like we had been here before. We had a lineup. We had somebody being like, no, we're just as bad as them. If we kill them, let's let them live. But June won't have none of that shit.
Straight from the men's room. Donkeysaurus Rex. First off, hail the fandom menace to Donkeysaurus.
Donkeysaurus.
He knows what's up.
Let's see. David O'Donnell says, as soon as I got a micron of sympathy for Virginia, I knew she was as good as dead. Yeah, and I mean, kind of a big reveal there, though I think some people saw it coming, that Dakota was her daughter and not actually her sister.
Could they both just die? I don't care.
With what Dakota did, I'm ready for her to bite the dust. I guess her and Charlie are going to team up now and be like the power teens who kill adults.
Probably psychopaths.
And like Charlie, man, every time I see her, I'm like, oh yeah, she's still alive.
That's how I felt Luciana.
Luciana's the same way. Like the her being in the lineup tonight was the most action she's gotten in like 4 seasons.
Oh yeah, Daniel. I was like, oh hey Daniel.
Right. She had like that one episode like 3 seasons back where she was really sick or hurt or something. I can't remember because that's how little it left an impact on me. But since then, she hasn't done anything.
Nope. Not a thing.
Nancy McKnight says, since Jenny's dead, what are they going to do with Dakota now? I hope she's not staying on. Ick. Agreed. I hope that June goes after her next.
You know they're going to.
You know, the thing that I found interesting was the way as June walked away with that axe sticking in the ground, and then the camera just stayed there for like a solid 40 seconds of June just walking off. Is June going to be like public enemy number 1 now?
Who knows?
You don't.
I missed the ending. So like everybody was in the chat blowing it up, and I'm like, oh crap, I can't believe I missed it. I had to go beat up a bottle.
What was the ending? I mean, what you talking about, the June walking away thing?
I don't know. Somebody said something about Jenny being killed, Jenny dying.
Oh, you didn't see that?
No. I had to heat up a bottle.
No.
I just had a kid. I just had one kid.
Dad life. Dad life.
I hit the pause, so like it's rolling right here.
I didn't know you hadn't seen it. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I don't mind. I don't mind spoilers. Some spoilers. I should reiterate.
True.
Disney
Rock says one person like Luciana should have died in the lineup. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I want to know who Coleman Domingo really is. Everyone hates Dakota, says Coleman, which I'm sure JP, if he's watching from work, is glad to see you trashing someone other than him.
Well, he seems to hate JP just as much.
I mean, can you blame him, though? JP's had some pretty lewd things to say about him.
Yeah.
Let's see. I didn't either. I started it late, and I just saw her die. Well, hot damn. We're spoiling all kinds of shit for people.
Shoot her. Shoot her in the face. Shoot her in the face.
June putting on John's hat. Well, you're almost there. We'll wait. We'll wait till you see it with your own eyes. Coleman Domingo says, I hate JP more than Dakota. He is gross.
Smoked her.
Oh, so you just saw it.
Just saw it.
Right in the head.
Ooh.
Now she dead.
That's good, good makeup.
Oh, yeah. Brains and blood just dripping everywhere.
That's really good makeup. Like, good effects.
Yep.
I will say that's one thing about, was it Nick?
Greg Nicotero?
Yeah, Greg Nicotero. Yeah. That dude is some amazing effects.
Oh, absolutely. And if you watch here, since you're just now seeing it, it won't be too far. Pay attention to when June walks out. It really seems like they're focusing on that axe. Disney Rock says June is badass now. I agree. I've always said I like John, and I love John, and I don't mind June. Their like forced love story just got kind of annoying. But on their own, I think they're both pretty decent characters. And now maybe June's going to have her time to shine. And I wonder where she's going now. Like she just kind of rolls out with her man's hat, just like deuces.
I mean, what's the axe, like Excalibur or something?
Yeah, I wonder if that's like she's going to be the reason they have to use it again. I mean, one thing that got on my nerves too was it's like when all those people were at the gate, and it's like they're all ready to pretty much kill each other over her, and it's like, I mean, it's bloodlust more like they were like, I don't know. I got kind of philosophical there for a minute when like Sherry I thought was annoying this episode. But I guess I just need to see it from her point of view. I mean, Jenny probably reminds her of Negan, and that's why she's so invested. But even still, Cisco says, anybody else mad that they let that Sherry biatch keep Athena's wagon? Yeah, what's up with that? I don't think Althea even wants it anymore now, though. But I don't know, man. I don't know where it's going to go now, though. I didn't expect Jenny to die until the end of this season, which then again, if they would have stretched it out for 2 whole seasons, they would have had the same issue that the Negan saga had. Right,
and how cool would it have been if Morgan had grown a set and actually sliced and diced?
I like you had said earlier, I would have been very shocked if he did it, though. Like, we knew he won't gonna do it.
Yeah.
But June
says Sherry running off on Dwight is dirty. Yeah, because he keeps on and on after a chick that doesn't care about him.
I mean, at this point in today's political climate, we would definitely call that like borderline stalking. Just like, right? She's not into you, bro. Move on.
Move on, bro.
She's interested in people that wear weird masks and probably do choreographed dance off camera.
Oh, you know he TikToks about her every day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's on social media every day, following her, whoever she becomes friends with. It's sad, Dwight. Let it go.
She must have beer flavored nipples.
Ooh, I would be following her then too. I low key wanted her to live. Showing her emotional side made her mom attractive. Jenny? Are you saying Jenny was attractive? I don't know. Just
that's my impression of Jenny. I'm doing this in front of 20-some people.
She did have the flared nostril look down to a T, man. Like, good God.
I'm doing this in front of 21 people. Why is there only 10 likes?
I know, people. What's up? God, Cisco says, Dopey Dwight. That sounds like a name of a Fire album or like a rap artist, Dopey Dwight.
Yes.
Donkey Source Rex says, not just any woman gets to be one of Negan's wives. Yeah, I think Sherry is super attractive, but I don't know. I mean, I guess that's going to be enough. I feel like the writers of Fear the Walking Dead just try to leave themselves as much to work with. So they're like, all right, Sherry and Dwight, you're going to keep, like, are they going to get back together? They're together. They're kissing in a street. Now they're apart because of Sherry's whatever. And now they're kind of back. I feel like they just did that. So they're like, all right, we can have something else. That's another point we can write off of going into the future. Like, I feel like sometimes they're just writing in circles with this show.
I got nothing better to do.
I mean,
I feel like they all sit around in a circle and just like, we should do this. No, the other show did it. We should do this. No, the other show did it. We should do this.
Well, and then they just were like, hey, Remember that whole Negan thing that happened? That was so long ago. No one's going to remember. Let's just take the elements we like best from that and put it into this show.
Most everybody bailed on that anyway, so what do they know?
True that. I think the start of The Walking Dead's decline. Now, I still love The Walking Dead. Absolutely. It's still my favorite. But a lot of people jumped off of it like at 2 points. One, when they killed Glenn and Abraham, because they said it was too graphic. And then you had other people that kind of lost interest halfway through All Out War, somewhere around like season 8, because they just drug that shit on too long. And I feel like that's what they were afraid of doing with the Jenny thing. So that's why they went ahead and popped her in the head. But I wonder if Dakota's just going to be another one of Fear the Walking Dead's lost children. Probably.
She'll be Charlie number 2, and they're going to do something different with her.
I earlier this week, Seth saw it. I left a comment on Garrett Dillahunt's Facebook, and either him or whoever his handles his Facebook account liked one of my comments. So that just made my day, because he's always posting positive shit, man. That's what I like so much about Garrett Dillahunt. I already liked him. I had said long before, back on our Walking Dead podcast, when he auditioned for like Dwight, and it was rumored he had auditioned for Negan, and he didn't get either one, which I think he would have been a killer Dwight. Honestly, think he could have played either. He's a very versatile actor, but I've always been a fan of him since I first really found out who he was on Raising Hope, and realized I had seen him in a lot of other movies. He was on Deadwood. He's really good, really good guy. And following him on social media and stuff, he's just a super positive ray of sunshine. So I left some comment and
right
he
here.
liked it.
His share screen. I got it.
I can share screen. Yep. Click add to stream. Right there it is. Don't know how well y'all can see that, but yeah, I commented right there and just said, love the positivity. Keep doing what you're doing. Big fan. And he liked it. It made me so happy. And then just the fact that he liked it made my day.
Yep.
But he's a tremendous talent, and gonna miss him so much on the show. But he is. If you don't, you should follow him on social media. He's always got some positive stuff to post. Cisco says right on, he seems like good people. Yeah, I don't know him, of course, any more than just seeing him but I think he seems like a really good dude. A lot of times he plays bad guys. You ever seen him in any movies playing a bad guy?
No, I keep hearing about it. I want to check him out on was it Deadwood?
Yeah, he plays 2 roles on Deadwood.
How do you play 2 roles? Just throw a mustache on?
I guess the Clark Kent Superman thing, man. It's been so long. I love Deadwood, but man, that show was so number one, it was forever ago, and number 2, it just the episodes to that, it's not high octane episodes. It's kind of like Sopranos. You got to watch and listen to everything they say. But yeah, if I remember correctly, he played 2 characters. I'm pretty sure he's the one that killed a very famous guy in Western history, and then I'm pretty sure he was a guy that was killing women. That's all I'll say. I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, he was also on that movie Looper with what was it, Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
And who was it? The other guy. But yeah, he was on that movie, and he was the bad guy trying to get the kid when the kid realized he had psychic powers and started using them on stuff. Let's see. Coleman, that's mean. We're not even going to show that, you ass. Coleman, sir, you are an asshole.
What?
Jonas Balili, Justin, do you think killing John changed your tune after watching the episode, or is it too early? I didn't.
The playback.
Coleman Domingo, you, sir, are starting to become an asshole. But I don't. So, Jonas, what you said, do you think killing John changed your tune after watching this up? Oh, gotcha. It's too early to tell. I'm still pissed that they killed him the way that they killed him. But again, when the actor wants to leave the show, I mean, what options do you really have? But I feel like if they were going to have Dakota kill him, it could have been something So much different. But we'll see. We'll see. I had said, didn't I say a while back, last week, that if this had some long-standing effect on the show that took it in a good direction, I would recant my statements. So we'll just have to wait and see. They ripped a guy's eyeball out once on Deadwood. Oh, yeah. Deadwood, they use the words, and excuse my language, hopefully your kids aren't around. If they are, cover their ears. They use the word cocksucker a lot on Deadwood. Like, that'd be a Deadwood drinking game. Take a shot every time they say cocksucker. But I don't know. So, Seth, how do you feel after, with Jonas's question, how do you feel on that one?
How do you think Killing John changed your tune after watching? I'm still sad, but I understand.
Okay, so you kind of get what they were going for.
The whole John dying was never. I was okay with John dying. I was not okay with John being taken out the way he did.
Right.
He deserved a hero's death, and he got no such thing.
And that's the way I feel too, man. It is. I don't know. I'm pretty much fine with any character dying if you do it the right way. Just again, I go back because it's just not a jump in the shark completely, but it was almost a jump in the shark moment for The Walking Dead, killing Carl off, and I won't harp on that. But just with John, if you're going to kill him, man, let him go out. It's so much better of a way. And I you know what I think it was, Seth? You know what I think made us most emotional is the fact that we thought he was going to live. Because he gets shot, he falls in the water, he finds the picture of his dad, he gets up on the floating debris and straight up says, what does he say? There's still time. So you're like, okay. And then when she finds him, he's a walker. It's very tragic when you really think about it. What about you guys in the comments section? Have y'all gotten over John's death yet? Have you just forgot everybody's favorite gunslinging cowboy this quickly? Let me know in the comments below.
Everybody forgets about the cowboy till Morgan shows up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Cowboy Morgan."
Cowboy Morgan. Is that Power Ranger toys behind that dude? What a weirdo. What? Do I need to go get like my Power Rangers Ninja Turtle comics out here right now? I have tons of Ninja Turtle.
For the love of God, get your toys.
I need to. I've been talking about it for like 5 years. I swear to God. I'm really scared. My mom threw him away. Doggosaurus Rex. Nope. First John, now Jenny. Are you sad that Jenny died? I feel like Coleman Domingo is somebody I know.
Really?
I would not be shocked if it. Well, no, because I've had JP on the cast. As I say, JP has actually created fake accounts and trolled our own podcast before.
Dude, this JP.
So, it wouldn't have shocked me if it was him, but he was on last week, and I just don't think it's any way he could be doing that both. He's not the best at multitasking. Beaver says, I would have preferred to see him go out swinging, protecting someone, but I'm okay with it now. Yeah, like I said, once I found out that Garrett Dillahunt was not only, was ready to leave the show, but also had a hand in kind of shaping the way that John was going to go out. I think from what I've seen in interviews, like he wanted it to be tragic. I don't think he intended for it to like piss off audiences, but I think he wanted it to be like not a hero's death, because sometimes in life, death is very tragic and we don't get to go out like heroes. Donkosaurus Rex. Yeah, I wanted Jenny to stick around as a good guy. Yeah, if they would have done that, that would have been just like female Negan. Negan's way more charismatic. Hashtag is Coleman really JP? Y'all get that trending. I don't think JP would say mean stuff like that, though. Let's see. Sonny Butthand. Cool last name. John Dory lives scenario. John is shot but is able to survive with the help of the CRM. They take him the same way they took Rick. John shows up in the movies, and we get to see two cowboy lawmen. That would
That would be awesome.
don't tease me with what
That
I'll
would
never
be
get.
fan service. Just
Man,
explosions.
God, Sonny, that would have been amazing. That would have been absolutely amazing. Like, God, I think we've talked, JP and I've talked about before how awesome it was going to be. Like, I think we had a what if question maybe when we were doing Walking Dead what if, where somebody said, if you could, bring one character over to The Walking Dead, who would it be? And I'm pretty sure mine was John Dory because I wanted to see him and Rick together. Let's see. Oh, no, that's the same comment. Disney Rock says, Garrett's going to be on an apocalyptic Netflix movie that takes place in Las Vegas, my hometown, zombies and all. Can't remember what it's called, but trailer's on Netflix. Yeah, I've been wanting to look at it. It's like Dead something, right? And you said you live in Las Vegas. Hey, you need to go find my buddy Steve. He's down there for the next week. Him and his wife are vacationing and been sending us snaps of old Las Vegas all day. Let's see. Jonas says, I liked how they tied John's death to this episode. Jonas developed into a new character, and Morgan fast-tracked his mission to take down Jenny. I miss John, but he was too nice to be in this world. So, Jonas, do you feel like John was kind of like Tyrese in that regard then? Like both of them? Like that was Tyrese's biggest problem. Like he won't cut out for the world that he was in now, and he knew it. You think that? What do you think, Seth? Is that kind of like a little parallel there?
I could see that. I think the writers have been listening to you in the way that you've been talking about. You want to see unhinged John Dory. They're like, let's flip it and make it a chick. So now we're going to see unhinged June.
I can see it like in the writer's room. This dork on YouTube keeps talking about how bad he wants to unhinge John Dory. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do it. But June's going to be the one hinged. And then you know what? To hell with his feelings.
He's on point. He's got it. I think we can improve it. We're going to make it a chick.
Let's see. We got Coleman Domingo, hashtag, what if I'm actually JP and I think of myself while I hold myself? David O'Donnell says, hero deaths are just way too predictable. Half the appeal of the Walking Dead franchise is how cruel and unfair the world is. Big characters aren't safe. People die for stupid reasons. David, you could not be more correct, my man. That is, in fact, what made this show great. I'm not going to lie. As much as I hate John dying, when I go back to like seasons, really like seasons 2, seasons 3, if seasons 4, what made the show so great was the fact that they would kill off any character at any time. It didn't matter how much you liked them, how big they were. If they were going to go, they were going to go. And I was just as pissy then too. But, I got over it. I saw the bigger picture. I feel like the way they kill off people is like when your parents used to ground you. You hated them then, but then when you got older and you saw the bigger picture, you understood. It's just my thoughts. Jonas. Yeah, he's like Ty. Beaverous. John was too pure. David says, bingo, Justin. And Donkeyosaurus Rex just said, June Wick. That makes sense. Yeah. I thought he just randomly said, John Wick.
That's what I was laughing about.
Okay. But yeah, no, June Wick. That makes perfect sense. Appalachian American cracking up. What you cracking up about over there?
Ed Coleman.
Coleman. Keep giving us good stuff, my man. Jonah says, by the way, I hate Sherry. She's way too emotional and not the kind that you can relate to, but she's just a bitchy, emotional woman.
Right. How is she a leader?
Because she's hot. Oh. And all those, I mean, like, to be honest, does that group of guys, the group of people wearing masks look like the type of people that get laid a lot?
Well, the dude that she keeps consoling with is like her beta to the alpha. And it's like, it's almost like, are you like hitting it, trying to persuade her like what to do? Yeah.
I the whole Sherry thing. I don't want to spoil it, but like there's some stuff that happens with Sherry in the comics, and I'm really interested to whether or not it's going to work its way into the show, because it was actually between Sherry and Rick is what I'm thinking about.
What if Morgan does it?
I was thinking that tonight. Like I was thinking, oh wow, it's going to come between like Sherry and Morgan. But like Dwight just needs to like back off, man. She ain't having it. I was hoping the dog would end up running that group. Sonny says Logan is a perfect example of a character death that was handled perfectly. I cried, but I was not pissed. I agree. I would be okay with John dying. His death was treated like Logan and Boromir. Yeah, and I mean, but like people have said, though, not everybody gets to die like a hero. And I mean, albeit I'm an amateur writer because I've never attempted to publish anything, but in my stories, sometimes I take characters that I've spent so much time working up and I just kill them like that. And it's not purely for shock value. It usually always tends to serve the story, but it's just kind of going for some realism. Like sometimes, people do get killed and there's no glory, no valor to it. They just get taken out. And that's, kind of how I wrote some of my stuff. So as you can tell, I'm not nearly as angry as I was last week. Last week, I was ready to be done with the show forever.
Oh, we were both like, oh, it's over. See ya. Bye. I'm not doing this anymore.
JP texted me earlier, was talking about how much he liked last week's episode, which, I think it seems like a lot of people now have calmed down and seem to kind of see the bigger picture. But, it's like last week, everybody hated it. And like, of course, JP didn't want to say it, but JP loved it. And I was like, of course, you always love the episodes everyone hates, like the Terra Oceanside episode that everybody and their mama hated. JP thought it was the best episode of The Walking Dead of all time. So,
I don't even remember that episode, the Terra and the Oceanside.
I don't blame you because it was not interesting. Terra goes to Oceanside for some reason. Like I think that's when she was with Heath, and then they ended up getting separated, and then she couldn't find Heath, and she'd been away for a while Negan had killed everybody.
Would you rather watch that episode or Beth and Daryl?
Oh, that is unfair and inhumane. God, I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry, Daryl fans. I really am. I love Daryl. I haven't always loved Daryl, but I do now. But Daryl's solo episodes, or even just Daryl and somebody, they're never interesting. They're not. It's not Norman Reedus' fault. It's just they're written so boring. You know what? Which Daryl? There were like 2 Daryl Beth episodes, right? No, there was only one that was all them. The other one, I think, was split up.
I want a drink.
Oh, my God. That is so hard.
Did Momo make it to the episode? Because I didn't hear it.
Did who?
Jonas Lily said Momo made it into the episode.
Yeah, and she lady. This is the best episode she had her entire run on Fear the Walking Dead because she didn't get a chance to play the over-the-top cliche trucker lady. We didn't get to hear Momo not one time. Thank God. Jesus, man, I'm going to tell you. Speaking of Boromir, how has Sean Bean not been on this show yet? A show where everybody dies, no matter who they are, is perfect for Sean Bean.
They should cut his head off when he dies.
What do you want or do you think will be on the chopping block next to die? Oh, who? Excuse me. Other than Dakota, we all want Dakota dead. For me, Trucker Lady. Sarah or Lucy. I have no reason to want Luciana dead. I just think that, like, hey, in the writer's room, if someone that we know has to die, Luciana would be a good candidate. She's just been but I don't wish death on her like I do Trucker Lady. Sarah. Is that
Yes, that's Trucker Lady.
That's Trucker. See, I dislike her character so much, I don't even know her name.
What happened to Wendell?
Well, I guess they just wheeled him into another jail cell. They were like, all right, we're going to get them all out and get them on their knees.
Take his chair away.
Wendell probably was sitting there like angry, like, oh, what you trying to say? Oh, no offense. No, that's not why we're not wheeling you out there. You're too important. We don't want anything. No, we like you. No. Get all of them out here. I want them on their knees. Wendell's like, I can't be on my knees.
Do you think that when Wendell rolls up to the Barn of Pleasure, that King Ezekiel's like, we don't have a ramp.
We don't have a handicap accessible ramp. I think he would just be like, Jerry, get out there and lift that man and bring him into the barn.
Jerry would be like, roar, dude.
Roar, dude. Okay.
You got it.
Let's see here. Jonas Balili, thank God Dwight is letting Sherry find her way. She needs to leave the show and Dwight to continue to be badass like in season 7 or 8. Like, isn't Sherry been trying to find her way since she let Daryl out? Like, how, God, what is Sherry? Sherry's like a teenager, man. Like, I need to find myself. My God, you've had like 8, like, I don't know how many seasons or years. I really want to know the timeline. Does anybody know exactly whereabouts this is happening in comparison to where The Walking Dead was? I know The Walking Dead's present is quite a bit ahead of where Fear the Walking Dead is, but I'm just curious as to, like, we know this happened after Negan. Have we caught up with like season 9 of The Walking Dead yet? Or like, where are we exactly? Let's see. Donkey Source Rex says Tara goes to Oceanside. Heath runs off for help and never comes back. That damn Heath. he ran off to get help and got recruited to another show.
Yeah.
You there? Would you like to be on a television show? Oh, let's see. I'm trying to make sure I try to get to everybody's. Disney Rock says that's a rough question, Appalachian American, but Disney Rocks. Oh, I see a choice right up under it. He chose Beth and Daryl. I'm gonna have to probably go that route too, because I don't think I could get through that Oceanside episode again. I think they just forgot about Wendell, to be completely honest with you. They're like he's sitting at home like, oh yeah, honey, I'm still on that show. They'll call me any day now. We got to start filming the new season. He's like watching TV and he sees like the trailer for Fear the Walking Dead. It's season 6. He's like, this is some bullshit.
They said filming wouldn't start for next 2 months.
How can she be a trucker lady without a truck? That's why she must go. I don't care what they do with her. I just don't want to hear her call Morgan Momo. Not one more time in my entire life. David O'Donnell says too hot to die. David, who is too hot to die? Jenny or John? Which one are we talking about here?
Maybe Strand.
Let's see. What if he shows up back in Lawton, but now he always rides a horse? That's true. I mean, I'm sure he will. I'm sure the writers will eventually remember he's in the show. Just like Luciana. I feel like they wrote the whole last season or 2 and forgot Luciana was in it. And then they were like, oh, crap. How do we tell her? Just have her come in. She'll pretty much be an extra with a name. Let's see. One of the Rangers did ask if she wanted him to, and Virginia said no. That was written in because he was still sitting at home because they had forgotten to call him about filming the new season or this half of the season. Let's see. Jonas Billy, I heard it when she said Sarah. She said Momo. Wait a minute. What?
Talking about how that she got to say Momo in the episode.
No, did she really?
Apparently.
I'm not kidding you. I have about, I'd say somewhere between 500 and 1,000 comics that have been laying around my basement for the last year or 2 that I have not bagged and boarded or put away or anything. So during this episode, I was bagging and boarding, and I was paying a lot of attention, but I did not catch that part. And I'm not mad that I didn't. Let's see. Sherry needs to get some crystals to meditate and join the Doomsday Cult. Yeah, I think we're all gonna need some crystal meth to keep dealing with her bullshit. Jonas Balele says, what do you think Strand meant about something is coming? Is this a bigger group that is beefing against the Pioneers and Strand is gonna lead this war on a horse? I thought he was just talking about the army that Virginia was raising herself, like, because doesn't she have like territory spread out? Like, aren't there probably like armies of Rangers that are? I don't know. Somebody let me know. I just thought that's what she. Is there something else? Are we talking about like the nuke people? And where the hell have they been? We haven't even seen them. Let's see. At least Beth and Daryl burned a house down. Oh, Luciana. Yeah, Luciana's very attractive. She just doesn't do anything. She's just there. Did you think Daniel was going to die tonight, Seth?
I was thinking he probably would. I was really I'm glad he didn't.
That's another very interesting character that's been very criminally underutilized this season. Like, this was his season. It's all, this is where he would have been awesome. Like, this is where he could have shined. But instead we get more of him when they're just like running around the streets and stuff. David O'Donnell, the guys that have the submarine are still out there. And I mean, I'm hoping they're going to become a focus going into this next half of the season. Beaver says, I think Strand already knows about the end is the beginning, people. Yeah, we're going to see. Honey Buster, I believe what Strand was talking about was the nuke people, since Jenny was super afraid of them and kept trying to get more information about them from other characters. Okay, so Strand is worried about the nuke people. Coleman Domingo, Strand himself, says they wanted to kill Daniel on set, but I talked them out of it. We're actually good friends off screen. I tell you what, Coleman, if you can post a picture of you holding up 3 fingers, you'll forever be Coleman Domingo. Even if you just find it on the internet, that's bound to be there somewhere. Like, just do it so we can pretend we have the real Coleman Domingo in the comment section.
But where do you want him to post it? Because I don't think people can post pictures.
Send it to our Facebook. That key Morgan has is a launch key. When did I miss all of this? When did Morgan get a launch key? And why does Morgan have a launch key? Thank God for the listeners, man, because I'd be so lost on this show. I mean, it's just got.
Remember the 2 cats that tried to pin Morgan down?
That's right.
And he chopped them all up.
He used his axe spear next to that car. Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. Like, I do. I like this show, and I want to like it even more. But sometimes I do space out when it has its boring points. But let's see. Daniel's pretending didn't really do anything big to contribute, or did it? I don't know. He was just definitely wasted this season. Absolutely. I thought the whole him faking his memory loss and all of that was going to play big into like betraying Jenny or getting some intel out there to Morgan or, something. But instead it was just like they forgot about that plot point. Let's see. Neil, apparently. The bounty hunter is the one that had the launch key. Morgan got the key from the human hunter. There was the graffiti as well that played. Yeah. I gotcha. That makes sense. When he killed. Coleman Domingo says, I don't have Facebook. Well, we have an email, podcastingdeadpodcast@gmail.com. You could just send it there. Beaver says, and the people early in the season who seem to all kill themselves. Yeah, Daniel and Jenny are like Andrea and the governor. Wait, what? Was Daniel sleeping with Jenny? And then pretending to not remember it? I don't know, man. We'll see. I just don't know. I don't know where this season's going. But I did like this episode a lot better, I got to say. He had to be talking to Morgan because June knew it was Dakota that shot John at the lineup. So, all right, let me get everybody's scores on this. Let's do something different. Everybody put a score for this episode in the comments section. So you're rating it 1 to 5 stars, of course, 1 being terrible, 5 being, it was amazing. After the John Dory thing, how would you rate this episode? Was his death warranted after seeing the way things played out? Jonas says, if you were Althea, would you just let Sherry get away with your ride? Hell no, I wouldn't.
No. I slept her right there.
And I mean, Jenny just rolled out with it like it's hers. Not Jenny, sorry. Sherry. Just rolled out with it like it's like that ain't yours. And now Jenny's done, so give it back. Let's see. Looking at some of these ratings in the comments section. Starting, Honeybuster says 4. Beaver says 5. David O'Donnell says 4+. Jonas Belilli says 4.5. 3.5 out of 5 from Adam. Donkeysaurus says 3. It wasn't awful, but not great either. Disney Rock says 4.3. Nancy McKnight says 4. So overall, Seth, I'd say the comments are pretty. The ratings are from our listeners are pretty good for this episode. It definitely had more to keep me locked in.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Honeybuster says, I have to see how the season plays out a bit more before I have any more thoughts on John's death. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'm better than I was last week because I get what they're going for. And if a lot comes, if a lot happens as a result of John's death, especially with June going forward, then it could make it worthwhile. So we're just going to have to see what they're going to do with that. Donkeysaurus Rec. Yeah, Jenny's group really is a bunch of mask enthusiasts at this point without Jenny to give them purpose. Yeah, I just think the whole mask thing is a really dumb gimmick. Like, I don't know. Guess what? Jenny wanted them all dead, so they started wearing like knockoff they look like what V for Vendetta masks would be before they got all of the cool stuff painted on it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna rate this one myself. Let's see. Oh man, I got a really weird YouTube comment here. Let's see what this says. Oh my god, it's another one of the why are sex bots spamming our comment section so bad? For like the last year or two, these like sex bot channels are just spamming the crap out of our comment section.
Did you get him? Because I didn't see him.
No, it's actually like it wasn't in like the live stream chat. It was like an actual comment.
Oh.
Let's see. What if Michonne finds Morgan and tells him about Rick? Well, then I guess it's going to be Cowboy Morgan to the rescue. Cowboy Morgan. Do you think Morgan has two personas in the Barn of Pleasures?
Probably.
Let's see. This is an easy question right here from Adam Gilbert. Who do you dislike more, Dakota or Sherry? I dislike both quite a bit, not going to lie. Dakota, because she killed John Dory. I mean, over some dumb shit too, man. Well, relative. I love John Dory. My man deserved better than that. But I will, though, you know what? Now that the anger from last week has worn off and I'm thinking a little bit more clearly, though, I do got to say props to them on that because that fake out was actually done pretty damn good. Like when he gets up on the raft and he's like, or on the debris and it's like, there's still time. And he's got that picture. I was like, oh, he's going to live. Another Walking Dead death fake out. And then when she saw him, I still kind of was like, oh, he's good. June found him. And then when he started, I was like, oh, God. Jonas Belilli says, where is June going? Where do you want her to go? Hopefully to The Walking Dead. That'd be cool. What if she just what if she does like Morgan did? She just starts walking and then she doesn't stop and she ends up in like Virginia. Which is where they are now, right? They're still technically in Virginia on The Walking Dead.
Yes. Except they're in Georgia.
Well, they were. And then they're in, Alexandria is still in Virginia. I don't know where the hilltop technically would be. Where's my mouse here? If Sonny, let's see, Disney Rock says, Sonny agreed it would have been awesome if June killed Dakota in front of Jenny, then killed Jenny, but didn't know yet that Dakota was her daughter. Ooh, yeah. No offense, but no more women on The Walking Dead, please. Jonas.
Sexist.
Mark Zuckerberg is gonna find all of your social media accounts and he is gonna ban them. How dare you say such a thing? Man, Lords. Seth, can you do me a favor?
Yo.
can you do me a favor? Can you please pull up that I need? This is not Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead related in the slightest, but I need it in my life, and so do our listeners. Can you pull up the Mark Zuckerberg sunblock picture for me?
Yes.
Coleman says check your email. I just checked my email, Coleman, and I have no picture of you holding up the number 3.
Maybe. Well, when did you check it?
Just now.
Okay.
I'm checking it right as we speak, and it's still, there's nothing there from Coleman. Let's see. Nope, nothing from Coleman. Coleman, what are you doing, my man? Podcastingdeadpodcast at gmail.com. Let's see. While we get that. Donkeysaurus Rex and Ezekiel, Princess and Eugene, and what's her name? Went to Pittsburgh or someplace like that, right? Yumiko. And yes, they did. Adam Gilbert. I feel bad for the actress who plays Dakota because a lot of people seem to not be able to separate the actor from the character in these shows. And since, yeah, that's stupid. Like, and that's why I made sure last week I tried to say, like, I'm not talking about the actress playing Dakota. She did a great job. She's an excellent actress. Don't, no. So, yeah, I hate that for actors when they.
This is why you need 2 screens, man. Get this share.
All right, you ready? I actually do, Seth. You can't see it, but there's another screen right here. I just got to get a cable for it.
Oh, okay. Good.
This, my dear listeners, is my favorite thing of whatever year it came out. This Mark Zuckerberg wearing sunblock. it's like, it's legit. It's legit. Like, why do you hate the sun so much? What did it do to you? But yeah, I needed that in my life. Oh, it's amazing. Hopefully y'all love that as much as I do. So, Seth, I'm going to send you something that Coleman Domingo just sent me, and I want you to please share it if you can, sir.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is not. Well, you'll see when you get it. Also, too, Mr. Coleman Domingo, when you're going to download a picture, make sure you rename it. All right, let's see. Let's see. But yeah, going back to Adam's comment, man, like remember, these actors and actresses are not the characters they play. Don't threaten to kill or send hate to actors for playing a person that you hate on a show. Like, Jesus Christ, man, you shouldn't have to tell people these things. Let's see. Jonas Balili says, what was your favorite part of tonight's episode? What do you want to see in the coming episodes? My favorite part in tonight's episode, probably, I want to say June killing Jenny, but I mean, like, what probably Strand for the win until he just was like, hey, give her to us. And then they were like, no. And then he was like, Morgan's like, they've got our people. And we're going to save our people by keeping her alive. And Strand was like, I don't care. Actually, Strand was like, I don't care, Morgan. I'm just personally done with this bullshit. I want to kill her more than I want my friends to live. I want to kill her for killing my friends more than I want my friends to live. That don't make no sense. Let's see. David O'Donnell Jr. put on a king-size hole in Jenny's skull was my favorite. Yeah, that's probably mine. So this is what Coleman Domingo just sent to my email. And I just don't think that we are still dealing with the real. I love how I sent me a picture holding up 3 fingers. And I don't know what's going on here at your red carpet event there, Mr. Domingo, but why are you wearing a giant dollar bill and football ring on your thumb and your pinky? Please do tell.
Maybe he's just blocking it out. You said 3.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what he's doing. But Strand, Coleman, I'm still not convinced, my man, but you're always welcome to my comments section. But yeah, I don't know. Seth, what was your favorite part of the episode?
In between pausing and running to go get bottles and diapers and stuff, I was really hoping to enjoy the scene where Morgan cuts off her head. It just didn't happen.
Yeah. I was really hoping that I didn't think it was going to happen, but I was really hoping it was. Like, man, this was just because you don't think it's going to happen. So just to have him go,
yeah,
you'd be like,
if my life depended on it, my favorite part, I would say, was the fact that Morgan really wanted to kill her, but had to protect her.
Right. Yeah,
he hated her so much, but he couldn't do anything about it.
Oh yeah, no, I do agree. That is a great. That's actually one of the finer plot points of this story. Like Morgan having to protect someone he so desperately wanted to kill, but it was to protect the life. See, Morgan and Strand were the exact opposites, right? Like Morgan was willing to protect the one person he wanted to kill more than anybody to protect his friends, where Strand was willing to basically kill his friends to kill the person he hated the most. Let's see. Adam Gilbert says, what do you think the big upcoming threat Strand was telling Alicia about was in this episode right before he left? I'm guessing, Adam, it has something to do with these nuclear doomsday people. I'm interested to see where that's going to go. That could definitely be a bigger picture type thing. So, gonna have to see if nukes start getting thrown around this season. Let's see. But yeah, what do you guys think of Coleman Domingo's picture? Do you think it's the real Coleman after seeing that? Let me know in the comments below. Is it the real Coleman Domingo? Are you convinced, Seth?
No, it's a fake.
Coleman, calling you out, my man. It's so funny because my girlfriend's going to bed and our bedroom is right above where I'm at now in the basement. I don't know if she's line dancing or what, but there's a lot of moving on the floorboards. What are you doing up there? Oh, let's see. Beaver says, well, let's actually see what the Disney Rock says to Adam Gilbert. I heard some fans hope that it was something to do with Madison. I personally think she's dead, but it'd be great if she came back. Seth, you're not allowed to talk. Hey, guess what? You're muted. Bam. Seth can't say anything because Seth, he is the biggest Madison fan on the planet. He loves Madison. He can't wait for Madison to come back. Oh, he loves Madison. All right, and he's back. I don't know what happened there, pal.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he loves Madison as much as I do, and I certainly hope that's the case, Disney Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Coleman Domingo, you shut your face. Coleman, my man, this aggression is just not okay. I can understand it. I can understand it towards JP, but to me, Victor Strand would never do that. Donkosaurus Rex says it's the reason Coleman. Wait, what? It's the reason Coleman. Remember that episode where Strand looks at the camera and name drops the podcast? What?
Donkosaurus, we're gonna need a little elaboration.
Just a tiny little bit before we wrap this thing up, because good Lord, it's getting late and I still have a load of laundry to do, and I still got to get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. So. Let's see. But yeah, hopefully I would. I mean, but the Madison thing wouldn't make any sense though if that was what he was telling her was coming. Like, hey, I'm getting out of here, and if you were smart, you'd come with me too, because your mother is going to attack this place. I just don't want to tell you. Like, totally should tell. Oh, great! Buckingham Palace finally arriving. Cowboys are a symbol of hate. Jonas Bolili, June is probably going to John's cabin and think about what just happened to John and Jenny until Morgan pays her a visit. She's probably regretting building that hospital over John. Yup, she should be. My God, that dude traveled all across Texas and wherever the hell else they're at to try and find her. They got separated, and then they got reunited. And then the first chance she got, she chose something over him. So, yeah. Cuckingham Palace says, hashtag Madison is Pamela. What a plot twist that would be. Madison running the Commonwealth.
God, I hate that.
I know. She deserves much better than to be Pamela because she's just the best character to ever be on this show. What do you think, Appalachian? Isn't she great? Oh, I think his screen's... Okay, there he is.
No, it's not great.
Oh, okay. I don't know why we keep getting so much interference from the Appalachian American. Every time he goes to discuss how much he loves Madison, something happens to the live stream and cuts his audio. I am sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Madison is awful.
I've got 4 times the RAM. I've got a hardwire interconnection now.
He's so bad.
I don't know why I keep losing your audio, my man. Let's see. Let's see.
I keep getting this message window pop up. The host has muted your mic.
That's clearly an internet error. Maybe you should perhaps contact your internet provider and tell them you're losing your signal drop and you're getting fake messages.
Right.
Let's see. Donkosaurus Rex, Cuckingham Palace. Hey, it's my good pal here. He's got a different name, so I don't know if he wants me to say his real name. It says, predictable. I knew it would be her daughter. Peace and love, fellas. Hey, same to you, my man. And yeah, I mean, it definitely... but you know what, though? I don't think I saw that coming. Though it wasn't the biggest reveal in the world. It's like, I'm not her sister. I'm her mama.
It's like, oh, all right, cool.
And yeah, it was like, so I mean, I kind of agree with you, man. I get what you're saying. I mean, I definitely predictable to other people, I'm sure. I didn't quite see that coming, but with that said, it was not a giant reveal. Like, it's just kind of like, oh, you're her mom, not her sister. Okay. You're still a psychopath. Let's see. Man, what's with women treating their men like trash on this show? Right?
Because they want to project.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Disney Rock says, Appalachian American and Madison sitting in a tree. Kissing. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes baby Madison in a baby carriage. Damn, I knew you loved Madison, man. I didn't know you liked her that much.
I mean, maybe Kim Dickinson.
What?
Maybe Kim Dickinson.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, Kim Dickinson, she's all right, but Madison is what really makes her stand out, you know?
I mean, as long as it's Kim Dickinson.
Think the groups are splitting, so Cowboy Morgan has to rally the troops for war, a la Rick and All Out War? Huh. It could be. It definitely looks like there's going to be some splitting up. I just wonder who's going to go where. I mean, June obviously going off on her own. I do agree with the assessment. June's probably going to go back to that cabin. I think the next time we see June, she'll be sitting in John's cabin. And she'll probably find the little letters that said goodbye, June, and she'll arrange them to figure out what he was leaving her with. Yeah, so I definitely see that. Okay. Derek. That's Liquor Peever's name. I didn't know if he wanted me to, like, some people have different names on here, and I didn't know if they...
Heisenberg.
All right, Heisenberg. Let's see, Beavers. I think they will ultimately unite to battle the cult people. I hope so. I hope there's some big battle. Oh, but alas, we have finally reached... Oh, we've gotten past the hour mark, and I need some bedtime because I'm gonna tell you what, I'm still dealing with some vertigo issues, and whew, if you lack of sleep on top of vertigo, oh my God, man, it's the worst. So I'm gonna get my ass some sleep.
The, the Walking Dead Twitter said thank you to Colby, whatever her name is, for bringing to life one of the most thrilling and fascinating villains Fear has ever faced.
I mean, yeah, maybe that Fear has ever faced.
Yeah.
But not in the Walking Dead franchise. I mean, when I think back on Fear villains, which that's not true. Troy was a great villain. You had the whole Native American thing, which was wild.
These people must have not watched season 3.
No, I don't know. I mean, I'm not just again. I think the actress that plays her does a good job. With Madison, I never was quite even sure, like, what her stance was. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Oh, I like that. You're GD right. I love Breaking Bad. I want to go back and rewatch it sometime soon. Well, not exactly a lot of competition in that category for Fear. Talking about villains, yeah, no kidding. Nee, we remind you of like that lady that poisoned a bunch of water.
the dirty woman or something.
Like they called her that in the description, right? Like in like one of the actual AMC descriptions, like they had her, or in like maybe IMDb, it had her listed as the dirty woman. So like we didn't know her name. That's what we called her. And of course somebody started calling us racist. And we're like, do we need to pull up the screenshot here? That's what she's listed as. We don't know her name.
So a lot of people are hating on the chick that plays Dakota.
What on the Twitter?
Yeah.
Y'all need to stop that now. The girl that plays Dakota is not. You realize that Garrett Dillahunt, aka John Dory, is actually alive. The little girl that plays her did not shoot him. Don't be hating the actress. Hate the character all you want. In fact, if you hate a character, it typically means an actor's doing a pretty damn good job. Like, I used to know her name, but the lady that played Cersei Lannister from Game of Thrones, they said people would come up to her at Comic-Con or like would go right by her table and would not want to get a picture or an autograph of her, because they said they hated her so much. And she said she was happy with that because that meant she was doing her job.
Here you go.
Sharpie marker lady.
My thoughts on Dakota. Kill her now.
And now I agree with Dakota, not the actress that plays Dakota.
Oh, right.
Y'all quit hating on a little girl, man. She took a role. She didn't write the show. She didn't. Y'all. Oh, I feel bad for actors and actresses at that point. Buckingham Palace says the biggest twist is that Dakota is also trained. What? What?
She identifies with military tank.
What? I think that's a great. You know what? I'm just gonna stick that comment right here, and that's how we're gonna close out the show. Let's see, Donkosaurus Rex. That is, she did a good job acting it too. Yes, she did. Tonight, as I was rewatching the episode, even though I absolutely despised what Dakota was doing, I could not help but think to myself, "Damn, the girl that plays her is really acting her ass off right now, doing a great job. I just absolutely hate what she's doing." But the actress did a phenomenal job. If Madison stayed, she would have fought to become the leader of the Pioneers. Yep. Absolutely. And from Derek, Twitter is a cesspool. It is. I haven't been on Twitter in so long just because it's like never positive.
I love it though.
Huh?
It is, but I love it.
We used to have a Twitter for the Podcasting Dead, but
you still have it.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Let me check that. Disney Rock says she's
a bajillion notifications.
Do what?
You've probably got like a bajillion notifications.
I doubt it. I'm sure people don't even. It probably has like 3 followers.
Get on there. Let's see.
I don't even have it on this phone. Let's see. Yeah, no, I don't even have Twitter on this phone. She's a great actress, very
33.
likable. She was so good on talk. How many?
33.
33 strong on Twitter. Hot damn. We haven't posted anything probably in years, unless it's linked to our Facebook. She's a great actress.
2019 was the last.
That was like a year or two ago.
And hit your boys up here on the Twitter.
I wonder if it was linked to our Facebook, though, because I can't remember going to Twitter and posting anything. Interesting.
Yeah.
It had to have been linked with the Facebook because I haven't been posting anything.
Let me drop that. Go to that link tree and click on Twitter and go follow.
Yeah, go follow us on Twitter. I promise we'll start posting when I remember what the password is. Jeffrey Dean Morgan's story about the 70-year-old lady chewing him out for killing Glenn. I know it's. Ugh. Let's see who's this. Frederick H says, I stopped watching Fear the Walking Dead. Just here to say hello. Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for coming by. Make sure to hit that like button.
Yeah, make sure to just hit that like button. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I think the moral of the story is respect your actors, kids. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, Adam, and good night, everybody else. Seth, thank you so much for joining us. Check him out at the men's room. You got a link you want to drop to your channel?
Yes, I'm working on it.
Y'all go follow. I drop in from time to time.
He was there Friday night.
I did. I came in Friday night. It was a good time. God, we stayed up late too.
There's my link tree.
Oh, it's funny because all right, so the Appalachian American. Are you sure that says the podcast? Oh, okay, there you go. It was funny because you said there's my link or something, and then I just saw .com, and I was gonna say, Seth, you only put the tail end of it.
It's a joke.
.com.
It's a joke. It's cool. Well, yeah. Inside joke between me and Donkeysaurus Rex.
Donkeysaurus Rex. So everybody go click that link and go follow Seth over at the men's room. Also, make sure to meet us back here next Sunday for Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 10 review and discussion. Seth, thanks for joining us. Listeners, thanks for listening. I'm going to bed. We'll see you guys soon.
.com.
Remember, hate the characters, not the actors.